Hello fam, welcome back to my channel. Have you ever wanted something so badly only to regret it when it finally came true? I was a simple tech guy from Makurdi with a big dream to marry an American woman. And when I did, my life turned upside down. From culture shock to chaos. This is how everything fell apart. My name is Terna. I was born and raised in Makurdi, Benue State. Life wasn't always easy growing up, but I had a dream to make it in the tech world and marry a foreign woman, probably an American. I didn't know why exactly, but the idea of having mixed race children with curly hair and fair skin always fascinated me. I imagined how people would admire them. How proud I'll feel walking with my beautiful wife down the streets of Makurdi. It sounded silly to my friends. "Na Oibo go kill you one day," my cousin said. But I didn't mind. I was focused. I worked hard. After NYSC, I got a remote job with a US company. It paid well, fair and well enough. I rented a decent apartment in Makurdi. I had everything a young man could ask for, except the woman of my dreams. One sunny afternoon, I was hanging out with my friend. We were drinking kunu and eating donuts by the roadside. "Tina," she said to me with a mischievous smile. "You still dey find Oyibo, babe?" I laughed. "You no go understand. I just want something different." "Different or dangerous?" she teased. "Try this dating app my cousin used. It gets correct foreign babes." She showed me a website called Global Hearts. The design looked cheap, but curiosity got the better of me. That night, I registered. Within a few hours, messages started pouring in. Most of them were from older white women, some divorced, others just curious about African men. I wasn't interested. Then came Betty. Her profile picture was different. No filters. Just a simple girl with curly brown hair and a small nose ring. Her bio read, "Lover of adventure, open to love and willing to explore." We started chatting, first on the site, then on WhatsApp. Her voice was so soft and she laughed at all my jokes, even the dry ones. She was 29, lived in Atlanta, and worked as a freelance photographer. We talked every day. It felt real. Maybe too real. Then came the big surprise. One night, during the call, Betty said, "I bought a ticket." "What?" "I'm coming to Nigeria next month. I want to meet you in person." My heart raced. I was excited and scared. We had never met physically, but she was already planning to fly across the world for me. I told my mother, and her reaction was mixed. "Tina," she said slowly, "be careful. These Oyibo people are different." But I was love blind. Betty landed in Nigeria with a suitcase full of tank tops and mosquito repellents. I picked her up from the Abuja airport and we drove straight to Makurdi. She looked around in shock. "Where are the skyscrapers?" she asked. "This is not Lagos, Betty," I chuckled. "Makurdi is more relaxed." But from the beginning, I saw the signs. She complained about the heat, the noise, the roads, the smell of the open market. "Why does everything feel so dusty and dirty?" she asked on the second day. We stayed in a small guest house for a few days before moving into my apartment. I tried to make her comfortable. I bought an air conditioner, cooked continental dishes, even got her imported snacks from a supermarket in Abuja. After a few weeks, Betty surprised me again. "Let's get married," she said. "What? Now?" "Yes, I'm here for love, not tourism." I thought it was romantic. I introduced my parents to her. My mother wore her best wrapper and my father wore his agbada. But Betty barely greeted them. She just said hello. But I understood. And I knew that it would take some time for her to learn our ways. I believed love would change things. We had a small court wedding. Everyone smiled. But I noticed the whispers behind our backs. "The Oibo, she no go last though. She dey form too much." I ignored them. I wanted to believe we were different. But the honeymoon ended fast. The first month of our marriage was tense. Betty couldn't cope. She tried at first. I'll give her that. But the differences between our words were too many, too deep. She hated the noise. Every Okada that passed. Every call to prayer from the nearby mosque. Every child laughing outside our compound. It all irritated her. "Do people here ever shut up?" she once said in frustration. The food was another battle. She hated egusi soup. She said it looked like someone sneezed in a bowl. She didn't like jollof rice. It was too spicy. Even bread and akara made her frown. One day, I came home and found her cooking. I was happy that she was gradually feeling at home. "I can't eat that though," I said gently. "Then starve," she snapped. That was the first time I saw the side of her that scared me. She slammed the pot down and stormed into the room. Looking back now, I would have tried harder to learn her ways too. But I must confess, I wanted her to learn everything quickly. Things got worse. She refused to fetch water from the tap outside. "This is not civilized," she would say. I had to buy a water tank just to keep her from complaining. Then NEPA. Anytime they took light, Betty would scream. "I can't even charge my phone. How do people survive here?" I bought a small generator, but the noise bothered her more than the heat. She started sleeping with earplugs. "I feel like I'm in a jungle," she muttered one night. I tried. God knows I tried. I spoke to my family and asked them to be patient. My mother brought fruits and roasted yam to her one day. Betty looked at them like they were poisoned. "She brought this with her bare hands. Does she even wash them?" This was the last straw for my mother. After that, she kept her distance. My siblings, they tried to be friendly, but she never gave them a chance. During one family gathering, Betty lit a cigarette in front of my nieces and nephews. The kids coughed, and my sister asked her to stop politely. "Relax, it's nothing harmful," she said, puffing smoke into the air. That evening, my sister pulled me aside. "Terna, this woman doesn't respect anyone." Still, I held on. I told myself, love is patient, love is kind. But love was always breaking my heart. One night, Becky came back from the salon furious. "They put powder in my hair," she yelled. "White powder. I look like a clown." "It's just talcum powder," I said. "It's normal here." "I hate it here. This country is a joke." My chest tightened. I looked at her and didn't recognize the woman I fell in love with. Then came the final blow. One evening, we had an argument about something small. I can't even remember what exactly. Betty screamed, "I should never have come to this dusty country. I deserve better." She packed her things the next day. I watched in silence as she folded her clothes into her suitcase. "Betty, please," I said. "Don't go. Give love a chance." She looked at me, her eyes cold. "Love is not enough, Tina. Not with everything around. It feels like a prison." She booked a ride to Abuja. From there, she took a flight to the US. She left no note, just silence. The weeks after her departure were hard. People whispered. Some mocked me. Others sympathized. My mother said, "I told you." I deleted the Global Heart account. I stopped talking to my foreign friends for a while. Every time I saw a mixed race child on Instagram, it hurt. But over time, I healed. I focused on my work. I joined a local tech group and even started a small coding school for young kids in Makurdi. I poured my pain into purpose. And then 6 months later, I met Ada. She was soft-spoken, respectful, and funny. She understood my culture. She helped me reconnect with my roots. We took things slowly. No rush, no foreign websites, no dreams of exotic kids, just real plain love. We got married 2 years later. It wasn't flashy, but it was peaceful. As for Betty, I heard from a mutual friend that she got engaged again to a man from Texas. A white man. No culture clash this time. She told someone that she'll never date outside the US again. And that's okay. We both learned something. Love is not just about butterflies or romance. It's about values, about respect, about understanding where someone comes from. Looking back, I don't hate Betty. In fact, I'm thankful. She taught me that no matter how hard you yearn for a different life, if it doesn't fit into who you really are, it will always fall apart. Terna's story teaches us something important. In a world where love can start with just a click, it's easy to fall for fantasy, especially on dating sites. But real love isn't built on WhatsApp, calls, or profile pictures. It is built on patience, understanding, and the willingness to accept each other's world. When you rush into love without truly knowing someone, you don't just risk heartbreak, you risk losing yourself. So before you chase a dream that looks perfect online, ask yourself, can love survive when the screens turn off? Thank you, my dear viewers, for watching. I hope you enjoyed the story. Kindly let me know in the comment section what you enjoyed the most in this story. Till I come your way again next time, kindly like, subscribe, and share. Bye.